the words of John Oliver. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. I guess you have to watch that show to know that one. Good morning. I'd like to call the
Who was that?
last week tonight with John Oliver. No,
We
I'd like to call the Transportation Committee meeting for Tuesday, April 18th to order. And let's find out who's here.
Berman,
here.
Iqbal,
Iqbal present.
Caius,
Caius present.
Leonard,
Leonard here.
Roth,
Roth here.
Ford, Doherty,
Here.
Davis,
Here.
Tebby.
Here.
You have quorum.
All right. Good for us. Mr. Caius, as opposed to
Mr. Chairman, I would ask that we, by unanimous consent with no objection, approve the minutes from March 14th, 2023. Without objection.
for that request.
Roth will agree, second.
Doesn't need to be.
Okay, well, consent,
No objection.
no objection.
My understanding is no second necessary on it. So,
Okay.
you know,
If somebody says.
and I don't hear any objections.
Everybody just shuts up.
Not a motion.
We've taken long enough. I could have had the whole roll call thing, but I appreciate the effort. So
Yeah, I know, troublemaker.
we're going to call that approved, by the way,
Sorry.
for the record. Public comment. But he signed up. Pop up now.
Forever hold your
All right.
peace.
Kathy, would you like to
Sure. The
finance?
March Transportation Committee financials are in your packet if you have any questions. Anybody? Before the resolution on the P cards, I wanted to mention to the Transportation Committee, sort of as a heads up, that in the next month or two, we will be most likely bringing a resolution to this committee related to the $17.5 million in grant reimbursements that we're going to be receiving to reimburse us for Long Meadow Bridge construction costs and how that will play out for our debt service payments. So stay tuned for that.
Day two.
We won't celebrate just yet, but optimism's good. It's,
Right.
you know,
Yes, we're moving forward.
fingers crossed collectively. Yeah, good deal. Like a motion and a second for the P card resolution.
Roth will motion.
Leonard seconds.
Roth, seconds by Leonard. All right, Kathy, we're gonna,
So this resolution authorizes the number of procurement cards for our department. We have one in the name of Carl Shadle. The annual spending limit is 15,000. The monthly or the individual spending limit is 3,000, and staff recommends approving this resolution and this card.
and it's, he still asks Tom for permission to use it, right?
We have all sorts of internal approval levels for use of this card. Yes.
Good. All right. Questions? Yes, Bill.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. One question. Did you say the annual amount is 15,000?
Sorry, the credit limit is 15,000 for this card. We can't we can't have any more than 15,000 at one time.
Okay.
Anybody else? Call them out.
Berman,
Yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Roth,
Roth, yes.
Doherty,
Yes.
Davis.
Evans, yes.
Passes.
All right. Maintenance. Bill.
Morning. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Good
So in your packet, you'll have our maintenance memo. If anybody has any questions on that. Can you click me ahead, Kathy? This week is Work Zone Awareness Week. Would like to talk just briefly about that a little bit. Work Zone Awareness Week is a annual campaign that it's usually in the spring, like now. So it gets us thinking about upcoming construction and safety in the work zone. So there's a couple things that we do during Work Zone Awareness Week. One of them is tomorrow. Wednesday is their official Go Orange Day. It's simply wearing something orange, show your support and help raise awareness for safety in the work zone. So this is a previous picture of maintenance for the Go Orange Day. Some lime green is kind of popular, so you see a lot of that now. But and then this is the office staff that was able to participate for a photo for Go Orange Day. And then to lead into the other thing that we do for work zone awareness, I'll talk a little bit about this. This is the National Memorial Wall that this is shown throughout the country. This is a list of names that people that have been killed in work zones. And if you guys remember, we had that here, I believe right below us in the auditorium. We had, it's kind of personal to transportation because one of our own is on that wall. It was Steve Chedister. He was killed in a work zone on May 19th, 2016. So that leads us to our second part of what we do for Work Zone Awareness Week. And we adopted the section through the Adopt a Highway program where the accident happened. It's Harder Road. We have a section between Scott Road and CV Road. So it's a little over 2 miles. It's just east of Caneville. And so we try to do that during the Work Zone Awareness Week. So we did that last Saturday, and you've seen a couple pictures there of people that were staff that was able to participate in that event. So thanks a lot.
All right, thank you, Bill.
Dates, please.
Went one day early on it just to show support, bring a little orange, but.
Appreciate it.
Dates, please.
Yes, Mavis. go ahead.
Mavis. I'd like to know what improvements we've made for our workers' safety, so this doesn't happen again. Is there something we can do instead of just pray?
There's a lot that we have done, and it's an ongoing thing. We discuss work zone safety on a regular basis. We don't just wait for Work Zone Awareness Week. It's something discussed probably monthly or at any time something happens. So there's way more than I could explain today, but we have changed a lot of our practices and how we operate. Some of it comes at a cost to motorists causing congestion and stuff, but it's for good reason. So.
Okay, thank you.
It's a big yes, Mavis, and I'm sure that if you really want a deep dive into a lot of the details, Bill would be happy to, go through the many items that there are in more detail.
I know sometimes they put a big truck in front of the guys, right? So they're safer.
Positioning of vehicles and the people working is one of the elements, yes.
Okay, good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? All right, we do have a resolution for one new applicant. I would take a motion in a second for that.
Leonard moves.
Roth
By
will
Mr.
second
Leonard.
it.
I'm sorry, Bill?
Roth will
And second by Ron. You're up.
Okay. Berman,
Yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Caius,
Yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Roth,
Roth, yes.
Doherty,
Yes.
Davis.
Davis, yes.
Passes.
All right. Jackie?
Hi, good morning, everyone. In your packet is our planning and programming report. Let me get that up for you here. Okay, highlighting the bicycle and pedestrian plan, we are coming to the end of our project to update our bicycle and pedestrian plan. We are looking to take the draft plan out for public comment starting on April 27th. I didn't have the date ready when I produce the report for you. So we will be asking the public to give their input on this. We're putting the final touches on the draft right now. I do want to recognize Vice Chair Tepe and thank him for inviting us to do a presentation up at the Edgewater neighborhood in Elgin. We talked about our planning efforts, infrastructure, bicycle and pedestrian safety. It was a nice morning to spend with about 60 people or so, I think, who attended. So thank you.
Yes, it was greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Moving on to the Ride and Cane program, we are up to 45 registered riders at this time. And I do have the ridership numbers for the last quarter, and you can see that ridership is increasing for the rides that we have sponsored. And first quarter, we had 894 compared to last quarter, we only had 486. So that is increasing. All the sponsors also saw an increase in the number of rides, and the types of rides, as you can see, have increased, with still our work-related trips being the greatest number of rides that we provide. And that is all I have for today. Any questions?
Any questions so far? No? All right. And we have a resolution working with Jake, I assume, to get this. Jake here this morning. There he is. Hey, Jake. All right. I'd ask you to make the motion, but it doesn't work that way. So
Caius would move.
thank you, Mr. Caius, and I'll second that one. Any questions, comments? Bill? Yes.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I see in the resolution, reading it the other day, that there is 225,000 in state and local fiscal recovery funds. Is that related exclusively to veterans then?
Yeah, for that funding, it will be used to pay for these veterans rides.
Great.
Exactly. Yeah, to those
Thank you
three
very
clinics
much.
I've listed.
Anybody? Anything else?
Berman,
Yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Roth,
Roth, yes.
Doherty,
Yes.
Davis.
Davis, yes.
Sis?
All right. Let's talk permitting. Kurt.
Good morning. Included in your packet is as always, the permit report that lists active permit activities, projects that are operating under permit in the county rights of way. So you can see there about 11, I guess, different major access permit projects that are in design or construction. And I would just call your attention to 4 of those that are going to be kicking into gear here for construction over the next month. By chance, they all happen to be up in the northern part of the county. So that would be at Randall and Longmeadow. That's access point on, actually 2 access points onto Randall Road and another onto Huntley. And then number 5 there, Randall and Alft, that's actually that started a week or so ago. That's the City of Elgin project. Again, another Randall widening. And then number 11 there is Randall and Corporate. That'll be starting probably within a month or so for the east leg of Randall Road at Corporate.
Lean into that mic a little for us.
Sure. So if you find yourself in that stretch of Randall Road over the next couple months, it's probably a permit project. So there's any questions about this or anything else, see me.
So as they're waiting in traffic and it's taking longer than they want, they should think of you. Is it? You're a brave guy.
Not exactly what I meant, but okay.
Okay. And no resolutions, but you can try harder for next month and.
Okay.
All right. All right, Jennifer. Oh, sorry, I skipped the operations report. My bad.
Yes, this is the memo that talks about traffic operations, work in the traffic operations section of KDOT. Just call out one thing that group is working on. probably again, within the next month or two, we're going to be doing some work at the Fabian and Settlers Hill intersection. There is a span wire signal that has been up there for probably 20 years or so, was put in originally.
Temporary.
Yeah, that's right. That was put in originally when the landfill was, operations were moving along there, and then we kind of kept it in place here more recently for the construction of the cross-country course that was happening there. But with those things completed, it really doesn't meet the traffic signal warrants anymore. So the plan is to pull that out here in the next couple of weeks. So that'll be publicized as we always do such things, Facebook and message boards and a press release. But just wanted to call the committee's attention to that.
Bill, we may have to alter tee times that we select based on traffic patterns.
It could
since,
be a
you know,
problem.
We
yeah.
have to look both ways before we come and go there.
Yeah, be careful.
We don't hear often us taking lights down. So
No, it's a little unusual.
But we definitely looked at the traffic signal warrants that govern such decisions, and
No, I assume that we monitor how things go afterwards, because if we had to put it back, we
absolutely
do that.
I would call out too that we do have a project, a separate project in the works there for the future as far as widening on Fabian Parkway that would provide
turn lanes.
auxiliary turn lanes at that intersection and at the Kingsland intersection just to the east of there. So that is also something to have on the radar.
Anything else? That's it?
That's it.
I already cut you short once, so I didn't want to. Questions, comments? Go on to project implementation this time. All right, Jennifer.
Good morning. I'd like to start off by letting you know that within the next month, our Randall over 90 Phase 1 Engineering Study Project will hold 2 public meetings. On Monday, May 15th, we'll be holding a virtual public meeting on Zoom from 6 to 7 p.m. And the following day, Tuesday, May 16th, we're holding an in-person public meeting from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Raycow Adult Activity Center in Carpentersville. Please visit the project website, randallover90.com, for all the public meeting materials and further information. Also, the day of the virtual meeting, May 15th, a Zoom link will be provided on that website, so you can access the virtual meeting Zoom link on the website. Not before May 15th, though. That Zoom link will only appear the day of the meeting. So I don't have any further information to highlight from the implementation report this month. So if there are no further questions, we can move on to construction photos.
Can you, Ms. Caius, can you repeat those dates?
Sure,
This,
yes.
or actually, this is the continued project that started, what, last year or a year ago?
Yeah,
We
we
had
did it.
the online,
Yes, exactly.
15th for Zoom, 16th live, May 15th Zoom.
That's exactly right. Yeah, Monday, May 15th, we'll do the virtual, and then the following day, Tuesday, May 16th, in person. And so the Randall over 90 project started off in a PEL phase, planning and environmental linkages study. And we received a notice of completion on that study and recently moved it into a Phase 1 engineering study. So there will be some geometry alternatives presented at that public information meeting. It'll be a great meeting to attend to see the different geometric alternatives we're looking at there.
ones that made it through that first process.
I'm sorry?
Flying- The ones that made it through that first process? Because it wasn't.
That's
there-
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the flying hamburger and the.
Yeah. Exactly. Mhm.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
All right, let's
And you
move
have a
on.
resolution for us also. Oh, no. You had-
Yeah, let's present the
do-
construction
you're gonna
photos
do
first, if
photos
you don't
first.
mind. All right, slide 1 here shows photos of the Bliss Main Fabian intersection realignment project. Crews are working on installation of the box culvert and clearing for the temporary pavement. Slide 2 shows photos of our work on the ADA ramp replacement program. Slide 3 shows photos of the initial activities taking place at the Harmony Road culvert replacement sites, including the salvage of old guardrail. 2 culverts will be replaced along Harmony Road at this location. And this final slide shows photos of the Orchard Road at US 30 intersection improvement project. And crews still have some signal work, final pavement, and punch list items at this project location.
That was it for photos?
That's it for photos.
Let's get warmed up. All right,
I'd
talk to
like.
us about your resolution.
Yeah, I was just going to suggest that we possibly take resolutions B through H altogether, as they're all approving construction contracts to resurface pavement for 7 of our county's township road districts.
I
Leonard will move
fully
that.
support that idea that they're all township projects, so.
Excellent. Staff recommends all approval of all 7 contracts with the low bidders for each of these township highway districts.
That was moved by Leonard, seconded by Ford.
Got it.
Questions or comments on township?
Just
projects?
one question.
Yes.
Jennifer, with respect to like the Aurora Township bid, the first one, I looked over the bids. And I see where in some instances, the pricing is very competitive. And in that one, I think there was an $8,000 difference versus a contractor in King County versus one outside of King County. I know we're pretty strict on taking the lowest bidder. Is there any consideration for in-county contractors?
No, we do recommend the lowest bidder every time. We'll usually find a lower price with an in-county contractor. It also depends on whether or not that contractor also has other work they've won nearby. So, yeah, we always take the lowest bidder.
I mean, I support that practice. I
Yeah.
just wanted a little explanation.
Yeah,
So thank you.
Lowest qualified bidder.
lowest qualified bidder. Thank you. Bunch of exhibits to scroll through here.
And this is B through, Caius, B through H?
H, I believe, yes.
That's right.
Yep, yes, B through H. Local's great, Bill. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm with you. And sometimes you wish that there was some other
And where do you draw the line? So, yeah,
way that
I
you could
totally agree. with the
transparently
process.
and fairly give a nod to a local one, but
Yeah.
we haven't come up with that kind of
I
a
get
method
it.
yet, so. All right. Any other questions or comments on the township projects on B through H? Gonna take them all together? All right. Call the roll.
Berman,
Yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Roth,
Roth, yes.
Ford, Doherty,
Yes.
Davis.
Davis, yes.
They all pass.
All right. Jennifer, we
Yes, resolution I.
do for the next one.
Last month, one bid was opened at KDOT for the Kesslinger Road Drain Tile Replacement Project to address an existing drainage concern we have on Kesslinger Road near Meredith Road. The lowest qualified bid of $169,247 was submitted by Martam. Staff recommends approval.
All right. I'll move it and seek a second. Mr. Ford. All right. Any questions on drain tile replacement in Martin? All amount.
Berman, yes.
Oh,
Iqbal, yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Roth,
Roth, yes.
Ford, Doherty,
Yes.
Davis.
Davis, yes.
That's it.
All right.
All right, Resolution J. Earlier this month, one bid was opened at KDOT for the 2023 King County Pavement Marking Program, which will place paint on various roads through the county to increase driver safety. The lowest bid was for $855,681 and change with preform traffic control systems. Staff recommends approval.
Caius would move.
Mr. Caius moves,
Leonard seconds.
Leonard seconds. Can't drive inside the lines if you can't see the lines. Any other questions? Oh, no.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Roth,
Roth, yes.
Ford, Doherty,
Yes.
Davis.
Davis, yes.
All right, last month, two bids were opened at KDOT for the 2023 Kane County HMA crack sealing project to place crack filler on cracked pavement along various roads throughout the county to extend pavement life. Staff recommends approval for a contract with SKC Construction, the lowest qualified bidder at $845,724 and change.
Mr. Ford, thank you.
Seconds.
Leonard seconds. Any questions on crack sealing? Mr. Ford?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Almost as expensive as painting lines.
Well, I'm just glad to see this practice take place because it does help extend the life of pavement. The process is not as simple as just filling the cracks. There's actually a process they go through which really helps out. And the material that is used is specified by manufacturers. So it's a great practice.
Thank you. I'll take this moment to mention Candy Thomas. She runs our pavement preservation program and she does an excellent job.
Doherty,
Yes, Mr. Doherty, go ahead.
just so Mr. Ford knows that it does make it a lot harder to ride a motorcycle because it makes it slick in spots. It's very difficult.
The price of extending the life of the pavement, I guess. All right, well, be careful out there.
It's not guns and roses, what I was saying.
Okay. All right, any other questions, comments?
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Roth, Ford, Doherty,
Doherty, yes.
Davis.
Davis, yes.
All right, our final resolution in project implementation is approving a Phase 2 engineering services agreement. KDOT previously completed the consultant selection process and chose Hampton, Lanzini, and Renwick, or HLR, for Phase 1, Phase 2 engineering for Randall Road at Big Timber Road intersection improvements. HLR recently and satisfactorily completed the Phase 1 services for this project, resulting in design approval from the FHWA and IDOT earlier this year. As such, staff recommends an approval of a Phase 2 design services contract with this successful project team in an amount not to exceed $769,420.
You like this one, Mike? Randall and Big Timber? All right, Mr. Iqbal moves.
Roth will second.
Roth seconds. Questions, comments?
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Roth,
Roth, yes.
Ford,
Ford, yes.
Doherty,
Doherty, yes.
Davis.
Davis, yes. Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you.
Mr. Caius, did you have a thought on how we should accept those reports to be placed on file?
Are we to that point?
We are.
That's it, huh? Okay, yes, Mr. Chairman, this is Caius. I would ask that we without objection and with unanimous consent, place the
Reports on
reports on
file?
file. Thank you.
Perfect.
I was ready for that.
I thought so.
Perfect.
Well, grading on a curve here. Hearing no objections. So accept that and place the reports on file. All right. We do have need for executive session today to talk about probable litigation and land acquisition. And we need a motion to go in For that
Leonard
reason.
moves. Second.
Moves, Mr. Berman seconds.
Berman,
Yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Roth,
Roth, yes.
Ford, Doherty,
But yes,
Davis.
Davis, yes.
Into
Give us just a moment, folks. Oh, sorry, that's your line, Blair. Blair's back.
All right, everybody online, please accept the invite to go into the closed session. Be aware we are live streaming. So until I give you the okay, anything you say will be going out live to the public. So give us a moment and accept those invitations. Even if you are in the room, you need to accept the invitation.
Purple, your color.
If you're upset.
Go back. He has to go back to work.
Delegating is an important part of leadership. Another way of putting it, but
Everybody gets their initial suggestions in on the riverboat.
I think so.
Is there anybody hearing my voice that feels they should be in the closed session?
What's that?
We're talking about riverboat, whether they have submitted.
I haven't done mine.
Having to stop at the road.
Just push them down. That's big things.
Well, that was a long time ago. Yeah.
Okay, you are in open session.
No.
And yet we're gonna probably call your name again.
Berman,
Irma's here.
Iqbal,
Come on.
Mr. Iqbal,
See there?
Caius,
Vice President.
Leonard,
Leonard here.
Roth,
Roth here.
Ford, Doherty,
Oh, yeah.
Davis,
Davis here.
Tepe.
Happy here.
Quorum.
All right, back in open session. So we now have one resolution before us.
I move the resolution.
Thank you, Dale. Moved by Mr. Berman,
A second.
second by Mr. Roth.
Yeah.
Do I dare ask any questions or comments?
It's just what it is.
Well,
Just-
Doherty,
Yes, sir.
why do we discuss two things, but we only have one coming out of executive?
The other one doesn't need it.
The other one was consensus for an action to take place that hasn't happened yet, so we have no other item to vote on there. This one, on the other hand, is
Okay, I was expecting to see it. Thank you.
okay. This one is approving the acquisition of highway right-of-way for Kirk Road over Union Pacific Railroad Company tracks in Geneva.
Right on. That's a legal term.
Berman.
Berman, yes.
Mr. Iqbal, come back. Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Caius,
Guys, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Roth,
Roth, yes.
Ford, Doherty,
Oh, yes.
Davis.
That was Jess. All right. Mike, you have any new business?
Oh.
No? Sure. All right, in that case, I'd entertain him.
Just learning.
Yes, move to
A
adjourn.
motion to adjourn by Mr. Caius,
Doherty,
seconded by
Doherty, second.
Mr. Doherty.
Yes, sir.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Holler, aye.
Aye.
Okay. We are adjourned. Thank you very much.
I think there might be a permit job.
How you doing, Ron?
It was 5 or 10 minutes before you.